I did a lot of research before buying this. I wanted a single 15 with around 500 WRMS, and needed it dual 2-ohm coils. Sure, there are plenty of offerings from the major brands such as Alpine, Pioneer, Kicker etc., but they all cost considerably more. And yes, there are a few gems out there in the budget brands we all love to knock, but I didn't feel like dealing with the trial and error of finding something decent. Skar has built a good reputation for quality speakers for any budget, and their amps are top-notch, so I opted for this one. While I was waiting on it to arrive, I built the enclosure to spec according to Skar's website at just under 2 cubic feet using 3/4 MDF. The sub is being fed by a nice older Memphis-16 MXA1 500, with the dual 2-ohm coils wired in parallel at 1 ohm. There's not much to say other than it sounds good. Not just good for the money, I mean the quality is great. The output volume when matched with the monoblock more than meet my expectations. I would buy this again without question, if I needed another one. I highly doubt it happens though, as I already get that "damn kids these days" look from my neighbors when pulling out, and I am in my 30s. I love this sub. It looks fantastic first of all. This sub sounds great and gets loud. Due to its power handling capabilities and its ability to throw far because of its high X-mass rating, this 10 inches sub is able to hit hard even at fairly low tones. It is also very tight and punchy, making it sound good for rock and screamo as long as the songs are mastered well. This is the best subwoofer I have ever owned or heard in person. I have experience with Pioneer, Sony, and Rockford Fosgate subwoofers. Closing parenthesis. This does not hit as hard or loud as my previous dual 12 inches ported subs, but it gets close, and the trade-off is that it has a much tighter sound and takes up less space in my trunk. My last piece of advice is get a good amp to power it. Do not buy a cheap Boss amp. They do not put out as much power as they claim and they underpower this sub. Trust me, I tried it. And you can look up dyno tests on YouTube to prove it. I recommend getting a name brand amp such as Skar or Rockford Fosgate so you get the most out of this sub. Built really well and is an attractive sub. Easy to wire in parallel for 2 ohms, and I have it paired with an Alpine 500W mono amp, which is also a good bang for the buck and a good match for this subwoofer. I'd purchase this again without hesitation. I recommend this brand. I've owned a lot of cars and systems. For a pro to beginners level, best bang for your buck and assistance on issues or help is very important. My system hits so hard on such low settings. My sub got a tear, not from quality, but they were super helpful and sent a new one def worth. I have them on a Hyphonics Brutus with full copper wiring and these things hum. I'm definitely going to upgrade to the EVL when I get some highs to catch up to the bass I have from these first. Haven't installed yet, but packaging was great and quality looks boom. Can't wait to hear them. Click link in description for update price.